Tobit Chapter 14. So Tobit made an end of praising God, and he was 58 years old when he lost his sight, which was restored to him after 8 years. And he gave alms, and he increased in the fear of the Lord God and praised him. And when he was very aged, he called his son and the sons of his son, and said to him, My son, take thy children, for behold, I am aged, and am ready to depart out of this life. Go into Media, my son, for I surely believe those things which Jonas the prophet spake of Nineveh, that it shall be overthrown, and that for a time peace shall rather be in Media, and that our brethren shall lie scattered in the earth from that good land, and Jerusalem shall be desolate, and the house of God in it shall be burned, and shall be desolate for a time. And that again God will have mercy on them, and bring them again into the land, where they shall build a temple, but not like to the first, until the time of that age be fulfilled. And afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity, and build up Jerusalem gloriously. And the house of God shall be built in it forever with a glorious building, as the prophets have spoken thereof. And all nations shall turn, and fear the Lord God truly, and shall bury their idols. So shall all nations praise the Lord, and his people shall confess God, and the Lord shall exalt his people. And all those which love the Lord God in truth and justice shall rejoice, showing mercy to our brethren. And now, my son, depart out of Nineveh, because that those things which the prophet Jonas spake shall surely come to pass. But keep thou the law and the commandments, and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee. And bury me decently, and thy mother with me, but tarry no longer at Nineveh. Remember, my son, how Aman handled Achaicars that brought him up, how out of light he brought him into darkness, and how he rewarded him again. Yet Achaicars was saved, but the other had his reward. For he went down into darkness. Manasseh gave alms, and escaped the snares of death, which they had set for him. But Aman fell into the snare, and perished. Wherefore now, my son, consider what alms doeth, and how righteousness doth deliver. When he had said these things, he gave up the ghost in the bed, being 150 years old, and he buried him honorably. And when Anna his mother was dead, he buried her with his father. But Tobias departed with his wife and children to Ecbatane, to Raguel his father-in-law, where he became old with honor, and he buried his father and mother-in-law honorably, and he inherited their substance, and his father Tobit's. And he died at Ecbatane in Media, being 127 years old. But before he died, he heard of the destruction of Nineveh, which was taken by Nebuchadnezzar and Assyrius. And before his death, he rejoiced over Nineveh.